You are about to be so incredibly rich. And it's not because you have worked hard to achieve it. It's not because you've struggled to earn it. It's because you understand how this actually works. You know that you create your reality, and you do so through your thoughts and your feelings and your beliefs. And through the actions that all of those produce is the reality that you experience. And you see, being rich or abundance is not about having, it's about being. Abundance is about being able to do whatever you need to do or want to do whenever you need or want to do it. It has nothing to do with stockpiling money. It has nothing to do with expertise or skills. It has everything to do with your state of being, with your mindset, with your consciousness. And you see, it is your beliefs, and it is the limiting beliefs and the lack beliefs which infiltrate your consciousness and generate an experience of lack, an experience of limitation, an experience of needing to wait or earn, that produces an experience of procrastination, of undeservability, of unworthiness. And when you entertain those beliefs, when you hold those thoughts, when you allow yourself to identify with those feelings, then you create that reality. And it's tricky because it seems so real, right? Because then you are provided with seemingly believable evidence to suggest that you are limited, that you have to wait, that you have to work hard, that you have to fit into a system or follow a certain rule set in order to get the financial freedom or the abundance or the possibilities or opportunities that the world has told you is what success is, what freedom is, what abundance is. But all of those are just symbols, very limiting symbols that do not contain freedom. You see, freedom cannot be contained to a symbol because freedom is what you are. It is already what you are. So abundance and being rich is a realization. It is the realization that you are the creator of your reality, that you are the source of abundance, that you allow yourself the freedom financially to be yourself, to attract all of the resources that are needed for the vision and the dream and the desires that you have, that you wish to fulfill. And you see, you've probably heard of this story or this anecdote of people who win the lottery. And within a couple of years, or maybe even a few months, they're actually in a worse position than they were before they received the lottery money. Why is that? Because it all comes down to consciousness. Poverty consciousness and victim consciousness, which is a sense of separation, which is a sense of limitation, which is a sense of lack, of unworthiness, of undeservability, is what then continues to perpetuate that as your reality. So no matter how much money you get, no matter how many symbols you are given to be evidence enough to suggest that you are now rich, if you don't believe it, if you don't think it and feel it, then it will just be fleeting. It will not be real. It will not be lasting, because the only real and lasting richness, abundance, and freedom that there is your true self. It is your presence, which is worth more than all of the riches of the world. It is priceless. And you see, when you come into alignment with that presence that you are, and you recognize that I am, that I exist, the very fact that you are aware, you have come into acquisition of infinite richness, infinite abundance. And your life will reflect the degree to which you recognize and realize, accept, acknowledge, and appreciate yourself. You see, isn't it interesting, that word appreciate? When you appreciate what you truly are, you appreciate the value of your life experience. But when you don't recognize and therefore depreciate yourself, then your reality reflects the value that you are giving to yourself. The thoughts, the feelings, and the beliefs that you have about yourself, that are your self-concept, determine your experience, how rich you are in your day-to-day activities, the abundance that you have access to in order to do and create and live the life that you want. And you see, that's why abundance is really a flow. It's a stream. And what happens when you try to hoard or dam up a stream? Trying to hold that resource, it becomes stale, it becomes stagnant. And that is the effect of greed. That is the effect of trying to accumulate and hold on to something which is just pure energy. It needs to flow, it needs to move, and it wants to move through you. But if you are not open and receptive and recognizing your worth, and you're thinking that you need to amass something and accumulate something and hold on to something as if it's a measure of your own worth, and you don't recognize that the true abundance wants to move through you, it is not for you, it is not given to you, but it is allowed through you. And when you become so clear, so present, so available for the infinite intelligence that you are, that is your true self, then you become a vehicle, you become a vessel for infinite abundance to flow through you. And when you desire more than your own gain, more than your own personal abundance, but rather to give abundance, to be abundance for the world, to reflect that abundance for the benefit of all, for those around you, then you will be given more than you can possibly imagine, because you will not be claiming it for yourself. You will not be trying to take it on for yourself, but you will be distributing it. You will be channeling it. You will be allowing it to flow. And that is when you become truly powerful as a conduit of the infinite intelligence and energy that you are, as the pure consciousness that you are. Because everything is consciousness. And when you become a conduit for everything, when you allow yourself to be receptive so that you can be a source of that abundance, then you are given more than you can possibly imagine. And that is why you will be wildly rich, because you recognize who you truly are and you understand the purpose of abundance. It is not for you. It is for you to be and to give and to share, so that this world can awaken to the abundance that it already is, that everyone already is. And that is when we really, truly create a world that is beyond what we can possibly imagine from our current paradigm of lack and scarcity and limitation, of competition, of trying to outdo one another because there is only a finite number of resources. But you see, there is infinite resources when we wholly come into the recognition of the pure I am presence that we are, which is the source of infinite richness and abundance. And then there's inspiration. There is connection. There is guidance. There is creativity to be all that you are, to share and create all that you are meant to create and share. And therefore, you be the change in the world that allows the shift into an abundant, free, creative, and unified harmony of humanity. And I have a 3-part model which has gamified this into your daily life, which is a way of implementing this as a practice, as a habit to cultivate the attitude and the state of being which is in alignment with the abundance that you are, the I am presence that you are. And it is 3 simple steps: identity, alignment, manifestation. I am. Because I am the abundance in my life. I am the source of all richness. And so if you want to have access to this, just comment alignment down below and I'll send you a link where you can watch a free workshop that we did a couple of weeks ago and access to the 3-part masterclass with worksheets and meditations and a visualization and a gamified framework that you can implement today so that you can really step into the abundance that you are. So again, if you want to have access to this free model and free workshop, just comment alignment down below. I'll send you a link where you can access it right now.